The Learning Curve. It's a series we're showcasing this week on Spectrum News 1 to highlight both the opportunities and challenges students and parents face from preschool all the way to college. But right out of the gate, California families are buckling under the cost of childcare, and that's according to a report from the Economic Policy Institute. It found that parents of young children shell out a quarter of their income for high-quality care. Governor Gavin Newsom wants to change that. His new budget makes a historic $2 billion investment in early ed, and for the first time, he appointed an early childhood education advisor in his office. But as our Kate Cagle reports, some say that's still not enough. Pre-K is so expensive. Did we have pre-K when I was growing up? I don't remember.
No, we just went to school.
Exactly, I don't remember that. The new $2 billion is enough to create about 10,000 preschool seats across the state. To put that in perspective, LAUSD alone needs 13,000 seats to serve all children who qualify for the free program. And don't forget, you can watch our entire one-hour special, The Learning Curve. Where do we fall? It's starting at 6 p.m. on Friday and throughout the weekend, so Giselle, plenty of chances to catch it. And across the country, homelessness among students enrolled in schools from kindergarten through 12th grade increased 70% over the last decade. But the issue doesn't stop after kids graduate high school. For many who go on to college, the toughest test they face is a lack of housing. Our Vicki Nguyen went to a college in Orange County to see what kind of help is available for students in need. And coming up in our next half hour on our education series, we'll explore the options students have after graduating high school. And while millions choose to attend a four-year college, others take a more creative route. While many say trade tech schools landed them the jobs of their dreams. And the numbers of tickets issued to e-scooter riders has spiked along with ridership numbers. According to a report by the LA Times, the LAPD wrote 800 tickets between January of 2018 and mid-July, citing over 900 violations. Nearly two-thirds cited a California law that bans motorized vehicles on sidewalks, and the majority of citations were written in downtown Los Angeles, Hollywood, and the West Side, where many of the scooters are concentrated. LA officials formally launched a one-year pilot program in April in order to track and regulate where the scooters operate. And this as cities in Southern California have been grappling with how to deal with the devices as they fight for space on our streets among cars and, of course, pedestrians. And our Kate Cagle joins us this morning from Santa Monica, the birthplace of these so-called e-scooter wars, and they can get a little dangerous out there, that's for sure. Kate, I see you riding one right now. What's going on? And now to our community beat. Arcadia residents are speaking out against a city council decision to remove basketball courts from a local park. And many who live close by say they've been playing on the courts for years, yet a city council member said the courts bring the wrong type of people to the city. And our Ryan Blackshear Vargas went to a rally in Arcadia yesterday where residents urged leaders to bring back the game. Take a look. And we reached out to Mayor Pro Tem Roger Chandler for comment, but his office has not returned our call, and residents are planning to rally again September 3rd at City Hall. Wrong type of people. I can see how that could rub some people the wrong way.
Absolutely. We'll be back.
Now on to our public safety beat. An attempted robbery at the Westfield Topanga Mall in Canoga Park quickly led to chaos as word spread of a possible shooter. The incident happened this past Sunday when people fled, they hid in bathroom stalls or even huddled in stock rooms. And LAPD did arrest two suspects and confirmed there was no actual shooting, but the fear was real and so was the reaction. Our Tara Lynn Wagner spoke to a psychologist who said with more mass shootings in 2019 than days, we may as a society be experiencing collective trauma.
That's for sure.
You know what's so ironic about this? The psychologist in the piece, Catherine, was actually on her way with her daughter to the mall when they, and it just shows how fast these things spread. They got text message and alerts telling them not to go.
It's the new normal. I was telling you how difficult it was for me as a parent to let my tween daughter go to the mall for the first time, because these are the things you think about that you never had to think about before, and now you do.
Music festivals, you name it.
Yeah, it's frightening.
And ladies, more than a dozen states, including California, sued the Trump administration to challenge a new public charge policy that could deny green cards to immigrants who receive public assistance. And that includes food stamps, Medicaid, and housing vouchers. And while the Trump administration says the new rule encourages self-reliance, legal experts argue the policy is clearly an intent to discriminate against certain immigrants. And State Attorney General Javier Becerra said the new federal rule going into effect in October disproportionately affects California, which is home to 10 million immigrants. And the policy is forcing immigrants here in Southern California to make an impossible choice between their health and their future in the U.S. And our Catalina Villegas sat down with one mother and son who are trying to navigate the situation. On our public safety beat, the family members of a man shot and killed by an off-duty Los Angeles police officer at a Corona Costco spoke publicly for the first time yesterday since the June 14th incident. The French family says they begged the officer not to shoot after their 32-year-old son, who had schizophrenia, got into a sort of altercation with him. An attorney for the officer says he was acting out of fear for his own son, who he was holding at the time. And today, Kenneth French's parents are still recovering from their gunshot wounds, and they decided it's time to share their story before they bury their 32-year-old son at the end of this week. Our Vicki Nguyen has a story from Corona.